Saturday night. It was dark. I was sitting here in my townhome, and I was studying for my sermon for Sunday. And all of a sudden, right in back of me is Lake Ray Hubbard, and we'll show it to you in a minute. All of a sudden, I heard the waters roaring. It was almost as though it was like the ocean. And I said, what is going on? And I could hear it getting louder and louder and louder. And all of a sudden, I heard this boom with all this great pressure, and the lights went out. Can you imagine celebrating on Christmas and having your family over right after Christmas, and something of what we're about to show you happened? Keep your phone charged. After that, I keep my phone charged all the time now. And so people kept texting me, like, what's going on, what's going on? I didn't know. I was so cold. I was just like freezing. But I didn't know the back end of our apartments and townhomes had blown off. So we're going to show you what happened. This is where the glass and screens and stuff blew out during the storm. Since then, they have replaced them, but I had to go to Greenville. I wasn't able to stay here. But the night that it happened, it was dark, so I stayed here. That's why I was so cold. I didn't realize that the screens and the glass was out. We didn't lose roof shingles, but we did lose a lot of glass. The glass was broken, and I didn't know that. Out there somewhere in the middle, and there were actually nine tornadoes that hit Garland and Rowlett, and they all hit at the same time. 9 of them swirling, and it was dark, you couldn't see, but it was 9 of them that hit. So this is a shopping strip that's right before you get to the townhomes and apartments before I live. Now Garland has been very adequate, or they've really been on it about cleaning up. But all of this was blown out too. So I want you to see all that was just taken away. That in the last days, these days would come where there would be winds. It's in Luke. The winds, the tornadoes, the hurricanes, the waters would be so great. And it would be as in the days of Noah, where there would be lots of water. And one thing we know about the days of Noah, that there's flooding. And so we had flooding even after the tornado. So it was flooding and tornado. As I said earlier, and done it quite quickly, but there's still quite a few devastation. I want you to look and see at some of the devastation. We're outside the fence. They have a lot of the things fenced off so that you cannot see. Some of the neighborhood, some of the houses are still standing. Many of the houses are still standing, but mostly everybody lost their roofs, including our apartment. I thank God. I often say, he said, don't touch the wine or the oil, but you can see what's kind of left of some of the neighborhood and some of the houses. Some of the houses are still standing. Many of the houses are still standing, but mostly everybody lost their roofs, including our apartment. I thank God. I often say, he said, don't touch the wine or the oil, but you can see what's kind of left of some of the neighborhood and some of the houses. A lot of work being done. It's amazing that we were able to even get back up in here because of the workmen, and it's up a lot. they have cleaned up. I'm telling you, they have really gotten on it. See how the roofs are. See how they've got the roofs covered up and everything. And then some are just absolutely demolished. Complete devastation. This is the way it looks in front of many of the homes. Nothing but just furniture, tore up furniture. And just trash, 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 trash. Can you imagine this being left of your home? All just this left of your home? Right after the day after Christmas? Can you imagine celebrating Jesus' birthday and your home looking like this? Look here across the street. And the pressure was so great. I never felt pressure like that before. It sounded louder than a sonic boom. I was just devastated. I don't know. I thank God. I thank God. He said, don't touch the oil and don't touch the wine. I thank God he spared my life. I thank God. I was so shook up I didn't know what to do. And this is my neighborhood. Really kind of skimming the surface. But then there is the bed up there. It almost kind of reminds you of the scripture like in the rapture where two will be sleeping, one taken and the other left. You know what's so interesting about all of this is I got many calls and people saw it on television and they called me and asked me if there was anything that they could do. It reminded me the story of the Good Samaritan. The story goes something like the man was beaten and wounded and laid on the side of the street and the preacher passed by. And the preacher, I guess he was so busy on his way to church, he couldn't stop. And then, it was a Levite, one that was working in the house of the Lord, the church folk. There was 3 people that passed by, but it wasn't to the Samaritan. The Samaritans are in the Bible. He passed by, and he said, oh, this man needs help. And he took the man to the Holiday Inn. That's where I went. To the Holiday Inn. But he took the man to the Holiday Inn and he paid his bill. And he said, and if there's more that needs to be done, I'll take care of it when I come. If you see something like this on television and you know one of your church members or one of your friends or one of your preacher friends or something like that has gone through devastation like that, just the shaking up of them, what do you call and say, is there anything you need? It's ludicrous to me. If you could see this all around you, cars bumper to bumper, houses torn up, people killed, sirens going off, and you say, is there anything that you need? Excuse me, church, we need to wake up and smell the coffee. It's time to help your own. Help people. It's something about us. We don't like to help folk. I don't know what it is. I never call people and say, is there anything that you need? If someone dies, I never call and say, if you need anything, let me know. I automatically put some money in their hands. I automatically do something to help. The proclivity of man is not going to say, I need help. There's something within us, I guess you may call it pride or whatever. We're not going to say we need help. We're hurting, in pain. Just help. Do a Nike. Just do it. When people are in trouble, the color doesn't matter. It's kind of like blood. When you need blood, you don't ask where it comes from. It doesn't matter. Blood is, as you can see, it doesn't matter your economic, social status, your creed, your color, your race. When trouble hits, trouble hits. So we are living in the last days. It doesn't matter. So just beware that something like this could come to your neighborhood, visit you. We need the churches to pray, and we need you to support if you can. And we appreciate it. Thank you.